So I want to talk today. Let me discuss what are those things our ancestors believed can lead to the eradication or the closing up of a person's lineage. See, our ancestors feared one thing, Ama Ichi. Amagi Ichi. Ama is your lineage. I say that kwere ndị a na-akpọ so and so people. When I get that fan noisy, something happened. Now, the family kept dying, something happened. Now they no longer exist. Na-ekete ife ebe na ife akataka ọfịa na n'ọgwụ nwebụ nnukwu ngwuru nọmba ebe ahụ nwe nnukwu ngwuru mana nkịta maazị adịghịzikwa m sure na ọ nwere because our ancestors were terrified of a situation of, their lineage being forgotten, their lineage ceasing to exist. So in this video, I'm going to discuss few things that could lead to Ama Ichi, to the closing or the eradication of a person's lineage. The first one is Okunwada. See, let me tell you, Okunwani Sirike. Our ancestors referred to women as Okpo Tolo Okpo. Okpo Tolo Okpo. Ife siri ike asị gị nwaanyị bụ ife nyere nna. Nwaanyị ife nyere nwoke. There were so many connotations. So I'm not talking about the context of those connotations, but our ancestors saw women as strong. That does not mean that there were certain things that certain positions that they put women that I don't agree with. But compared to how other ethnic groups or how other people treated their women in those days, our ancestors got some things right. I'm not saying they are totally innocent. There are still things about them that I'm like, why? It does not just make sense. But I'm saying it because of the era and the wealth of knowledge that I have acquired. So, Okunwada. Now, Okunwada is as a result of a cosmic imbalance. Okunwada happens because of what? There is a cosmic imbalance. Because of an ill treatment. Because of the maltreatment a woman faced in her matrimonial home, the ill treatment she got from probably her kinsmen, from her brothers, from her relatives, or because she, the woman, was forcefully used for sacrifice, nwanyi atọgburu lie na ndụ or something. So because there is a ill treatment, there is a cosmic imbalance because of an ill treatment that was meted out on a woman, it would result into what our ancestors called Okunwada. Now, that word Okunwada came out from investigations, a situation whereby or maybe a man will not get to a set. I think that in a family. Then they will go and investigate through divination. And this is where they will tell them that which is Ogunwada. Go and talk about a woman that was maltreated, ill-treated, and has caused your lineage to suffer and to be eradicated. So Okunwada is talking about it's because of one Afa will say, go and investigate, make peace, ask her to forgive you, and peace will be restored in your lineage. Another one is Ibu Mother. Igbu mmadụ is part of ihe ndị Igbo na-akpọ nsọ anị. Our ancestors, we have a relationship with Annie. We saw her as the custodian of morality. Ife na-ejikọta obodo. Now, when somebody commits a taboo, you went against the edicts of Annie. And mother, Igbu mmadụ, is a part of it. Now, when that thing happened, it could lead to a total annihilation of a family when Annie is not appeased. When justice is not served, it could lead to the destruction and to the annihilation of an entire family until Emegini Akwaro, and Ekwalo does not cut it. After Ekwalo, restitution follows. Restitution follows. This is why Oboro no one what they will do is either the family where family gburu mmadụ, it's either they bring one woman from their family and marry their daughter to a son of that family, a son of that woman, or a son of that woman, or maybe the brother to that woman, somebody in that family. They would give their daughter to that person to keep giving birth, and to they're trying to restitute. Or a cow, they will buy a cow. That cow, they will never kill it, they will never sell it. The cow will stay in that family to procreate. If that cow dies, the children, they will never kill anything that comes out from that cow. They will not eat it and they will not kill it. The purpose of that cow is just to keep restituting, restituting for what? The evil, for the life that they lost. And this is because our ancestors saw value in every individual. You as a woman, you're valuable. You as a man, you're valuable. So because that you took out a person that would have been bringing in some sort of value to a family, then you have to pay back or pay forth what you took out from that family. So murder bonswane anasolianso. So if you do that, you have to suffer the consequences. And if you ignore, it could lead to the destruction or to the death of your family. It could start by male children being lost. They will die before marrying a man. That's it. They are gone because the women can marry into another family. And by doing that, they can separate themselves from the family that they are coming from. Now, another one here is the destruction of Obi or for a while. Obi, also known as Obindi Ichie, it is an ancient or a structure where ancestors gather. Even when they were still living, ebe ahụ ka ha na-abịa enwe okwu ụmụnna, they come into that Obi, they will negotiate. The Obi also houses the essence and the effigies of ancestors, different ancestors, deities, or commitments that previous ancestors of laid, spiritual foundations and altars that they built during their own time. The Obi is a structure that holds those places together. Now, Ofo is a staff of authority. It is a staff that is used to solve problems. It is that staff that they're going to use to do what? To settle issues. It is also that staff that are also going to use to communicate with ancestors, to communicate with deities that is within that Obi. And it's a small shed or a small structure that houses the essence of an ancestral deity. Now, when you destroy those places, it creates a vacuum and it is disrespectful because there were situations and events that led to the ancestors creating those places. So you destroying them means that you are disrespecting and disregarding the efforts that they put in putting these things together. For instance, you as a young man, you want to build a house and your father is still alive. You go and pull down his own building and erect another one. For some fathers, they will not mind, but for some fathers, it is disrespect because why? This is their sweat. They put in so much effort to raising that building. For some fathers, if they are alive, they will tell you to go and look for somewhere else so and build your own. That this is his own because he has pride and joy in the struggle he put in. So when he's seeing that structure he's building, he's remembering his sweat, the way he struggled to put those things together. So you tell you, no, go and build your own. He might go and give you land, but say, leave my own. This one is my own. For some sons, when the father is saying, leave my own, they don't want to hear. They'll pull it down in the name of your own is old. My own is massive. My own is big. So this is the same mentality. And I said, I give this analogy because for some of these ancestral spirits, they might not mind. Even if you pull it down, it's your choice. But for some, they'll dare not do it. But you can never determine which which spirits will be vengeful and which will not be vengeful. So destroying of these ancient structures leads to the destruction of the lineage because you have disrespected them. So they would keep doing things. And the reason why they're doing those things is because they want you to start asking the right questions. They want you to solve, to settle this problem that you've created. Now, when you ignore them, ignore the warnings and the signs that they are throwing at you, this is when they become vengeful. And they will now do what? Start destroying their own lineage until they are settled and, everything is so. Now, for any reason you don't want to have all these structures, the best thing to do is to talk to people that understands these structures. The mistake that Christianity made is that they come and they'll tell us that, oh, fire, Holy Ghost fire, God is going to destroy and all those things. Our ancestors at some point didn't want some effigies or deities in their place. And they did the right thing by doing what? Consulting the deity. Kamali Hogiri, let them change its location. Or if the one that is brought from somewhere, they will say, we want to return you. So at the end of the day, these things were done and returned without having issues. But for some of us, when you police if it is not the way if it's not our own, it's not how we're doing things, it will never be done that way. Well, we are destroying and killing ourselves if we keep going on that route. Now, another one is unburied or unmourned wada. We have a way of Ibozu. Back in the day, when they might not Ibozu wada. No, it's not back in the day. Back in the day, a woman's final resting place is in her father's house and not her husband's house. Christianity came. What we now do currently is Ibuna Ozumwada. I was in a bus going from Enugu to Umunza, and in the bus there were a few Anglican women. They were discussing. So one of the women now asked, Ebunegokwe Ozu, had they taken the corpse of the woman to her father's house? The other woman answered, our church no longer allows these things. It is no longer done in our church. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Our church no longer allows these things. And that's not offending Mochi. It is a thing of the past. But they now forgot that the reasons why Ibunozumwada was important is because it is part of the funeral rites that is being given to women, because women were buried in their father's house, and because women were no longer buried in their father's house, they now used Ibunozumwada as a way to compensate and to close the gap. So situations where a woman dies and she's not mourned and she's not buried properly, it could lead to the destruction and the eradication of a lineage, because she becomes vengeful. It becomes disrespectful that you bury me as some you just bury me just like that. So they would bury her accordingly. For each level you attain as a person, as Onyibo, as a man or as a woman, there are certain kind of funeral rites that they are going to accord to you. So if those funeral rites are not done, it could result into this, by you becoming your essence, becoming vengeful and angry. So that is why these things happen. Now, the only group of people that they don't accord this respect, this rights, but people that people that committed crimes, ndị gburu mmadụ, ndị zuru oshi, ndị dagburu nwaanyị n'ike, and they die in the process, they will not be accorded these kinds of respect. Some of them are not even buried, and cosmic forces or natural forces that guide us as Igbo would not see it as a problem. You get? But if you lived the life worthy as Onyibo, and these rights are not accorded to you, it usually degenerates into a problem. And sometimes it contributes to why a family lineage becomes eradicated or it closes down. So this is what the ancestors believed contributed to this things. No, currently I don't know if it is happening or if it's no longer happening. I don't know, but I'm just, the videos I make are things that I'm trying to explain some of our cultural practices from an ancestral perspective. So that's what I do in this channel. And until next time, yeah guys, yeah.